So you're new to coffee and you want to learn how to tamp. It's very simple, let me show you how. Tamping is a crucial step in the espresso making process. By tamping, you're compressing the grounds, which allows for pressure to build up behind it during the brewing process. This results in the creamy and thick drink that we know as espresso. This video just covers how to tamp. So if you're interested in learning how to puck prep, which is just as important, you can watch my video here on how to puck prep. Now let me show you the proper way to tamp. So before you tamp, you need to make sure that your surface is flat, because if the surface isn't flat, our tamp isn't going to be flat. And it's important that we tamp flat, because if it's on an angle, there will be a different concentration, a different amount of grounds either side of the bed. Water will automatically want to go through the side that has lesser grounds than the side that has more grounds, because water always follows the path of least resistance. So it's important that we tamp flat to make sure that we're getting an even extraction. Assuming you're a beginner, you're probably not going to be using a bottomless portafilter like I've got here. Instead, you're probably going to be using a portafilter like this. This is a spouted portafilter, the most common. So in this case, you would rest the portafilter on the lip here. So this lip is going to sit just on the edge of the counter there. And for bottomless portafilters, you're just going to rest it on the counter. You don't need to rest it on the edge or anything. You can just rest it there. So now that we have a flat surface to tamp on, we're going to take our tamp and we're going to hold it like a doorknob. Thumb on one side, index finger on the other. Firmly press down. So making sure that the tamp is straight. It's important that it's straight. Push down. And what you can do to make sure that your tamp is 100% straight is just take your fingers and run them along the top of the basket. So that way you can feel if your tamp is flat. We're not going to press too hard or too soft, and that's how to tamp. One thing that you'll see baristas do, which I advise against, is knocking the portafilter like that with the tamp. Just doing that. This is an old school thing, an old school practice, and the idea is that knock the portafilter to get rid of the grounds that might be stuck around the edges, to involve those grounds on the outside in the brewing process, get them more involved. It does more harm than good. This is very fragile. The puck is very fragile, so it puts your puck at risk of breaking in two, which will cause all kinds of problems. So I highly advise that you don't do that. If you do find that grounds collect on the outside, it doesn't really do anything. It's not like a hindrance. It's because your tamper doesn't fit your basket properly. Now this tamper, this doesn't fit my basket properly. This is my old tamper. I now use this one, which is a spring loaded one, and this one fits my basket a lot better, so I don't get any of those grounds collecting on the outside. Another thing that you might see baristas do, which I did earlier, is polishing. That's where you just give the tamper a quick spin on the top. It's not needed. Some people say that it's a hindrance to your extraction and it messes it up. If you want to do it, if you want to give that clean, polished look to your bed, then yeah, you can do it. I tend to do it, but really it's not important. It's not something that you have to do. So now that we've tamped, let's pull a quick espresso. Okay. And there is the espresso I just made. Looks pretty good, really thick crema. And that's how to tamp. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see similar content like this in the future, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you soon.